Design classes here at Kettle Moraine Middle School. What are they all about? Let's figure that out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Mr. Goop Road. We're going to figure out what are these classes all about? What are students going to actually do? What have students done in the past? What kind of equipment and what does the area look like? Is this Mr. Goop Road guy qualified? Let's figure some of this stuff out. So what does our process look like? So a big thing that we do is the students learn the design process. They learn the various steps of the design process. Then they actually implement and do those steps. So a big part of this is the students need to first identify some sort of problem or need. Most of the time it's the students determining that themselves, talk with their family. Does grandma and grandma have a problem to solve? Is the old dog Fluffy can no longer jump on the bed because Fluffy's old, so now that's a problem identified. Mom's looking around the room. Mom sees, oh, your video game area is super messy. Maybe you should make a thing to organize all that. So the point is that we generally try to look beyond ourselves when we can of what's a need that we could potentially fulfill or solve. So we determine the problem, and then we dive into the problem a little bit, try and analyze it. And then we eventually get to the point where we develop our ideas. We'll learn proper ways of sketching these products, these ideas, and developing them a little bit further. And then we eventually will start making a prototype. Usually we do that out of cardboard. We call them rough, ugly cardboard prototypes and make like a physical model of it. Then we use that to get us to the point of 3D modeling. Most students will actually 3D model their products, and we use here in the computer lab here, we have a really nice design lab where students will learn the 3D modeling software. We usually use Autodesk Inventor for most students. So then they're going to 3D model every part of their design, and then they'll actually physically build it. So we have a workshop with a variety of excellent equipment and tools, so students will actually build the product they design. Then we're going to hopefully have enough time to improve it. And then one great thing that often happens towards the end of the year is we usually have a STEM fair where students will actually showcase their projects to the public and parents that attend. And we've actually attended maker fairs as well, where students have taken some of their projects to showcase to the public. Each student designs and makes their own product. So I've been doing this for a good amount of years, so I've seen like thousands of different projects. So in 6th grade, usually we kind of start a little bit on the simpler type side because we're learning the basic skills, and then we work our way up if students continue with these design type experiences through 8th grade. So we've had things like on the simpler side of let's say a toothbrush holder, but of course, it looks very nice. We can design simple things to, of course, look very, very nice and appealing. So this is a toothbrush holder made to look like a barn. This student made an organizer storage thing for her dog supplies. We have had cat condos and cat scratchers, Lego tables, mini golf. That was a really interesting project that we did. Where students worked in teams to design their own mini golf courses, and then we've worked all the way up from kind of simpler things to even some students have gone way beyond into more complex things. This student designed his own arcade cabinet and then built it, and not only that, but he designed and programmed his own video game to work in that arcade cabinet. So again, in 6th grade we start a little bit on the simpler end, and then if students continue, we work our way up to more complex and bigger things. We have an excellent makerspace here at Kettle Moraine Middle School. We have a great design lab. You can see here all kinds of different computers that we do our 3D modeling on, some great spaces for students to collaborate. And then we have an excellent workshop as well, full of a variety of tools and equipment, from hand tools, drills, air nailers, scroll saws. We have miters and table saws, disc sanders, laser cutters, 3D printers, Cricut machines, all kinds of stuff here to meet the creative needs of the students. So the students are going to learn a variety of skills related to design, the design process, but ultimately this is connected to a bigger purpose, and that bigger purpose is really challenging the students, challenging them, and them learning other lifelong important skills like collaboration skills, giving them the experience to persist, managing their time and priorities, innovating to solve problems. So this is a multi-week challenging project where the students are going to, from start to finish, envision this thing and then make it a reality. In terms of my relevant experiences, I've been teaching design-related classes here at Kettle Moraine Middle School for approximately 10 years, and each year I continually try to improve the program. I've gotten a couple different awards, Innovative Teacher Award, Cole Fellowship Teaching Award. I've been a lifelong tinker. I always play messing around with cars and motorcycles, electronics projects, wood projects. This whole design process and 3D modeling and making a product, I've actually applied that in my own life with making my own video arcade game with my friend and I. This is an actual business where we have approximately 50 of these video arcade games. It's called Cosmotrons, and these are out throughout the country. I've, of course, had various trainings related to design and 3D modeling, equipment and safety, electronics, robotics, so a lot of training and experience there. And then my degrees from University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh related to science. Thank you very much for listening to this and seeing what the design classes are all about. If you need to reach out to me, please feel free to do so. There's my email address. Take care.